is now joining, believe it or not, the world champion, the NBA champion, the two-time and three-year NBA champion, Golden State Warriors. The Warriors' strategy into the draft was, well, it can be summed up in two words. As if. In other words, as if we're not champions. As if we're just another team. I say we, they. Because as the Warriors would tell you, hey, isn't that the guy that campaigned against our stadium and our arena in San Francisco? Yes, I am. I believe they should be called the Oakland Warriors, but that's not what this is about. That's not what this is about. This is about the NBA draft and how, once again, the Warriors, led by Joe Lacob, Peter Guber, and Bob Myers, GM, schnookered. I think that's probably a good way to put it. Schnookered the NBA. There is no other way to put it but to say that the Warriors plainly schnookered the NBA. Getting us started here, everybody. Stream health is good. Okay. I know it's Thursday night. I know it's 9:23. I know it's 12:23 out here. And some of you may be wondering, hey, what's going on here? Who is this Jordan Bell guy? And should we be talking about him? The answer will come up in a second. There's 5 of you watching right now. And there's, as far as I'm concerned, there can be anybody watching. I want to talk about Jordan Bell. Because we talked about Derek Carr earlier, and we can talk about Derek Carr again, fine. But the Warriors pulled a rabbit out of their hat. There is all there is to it. That is really all there is to it. Hey, by the way, if you have restricted mode on, and turn it off, okay? If you have a hard time getting this broadcast, turn it off. Hey, Dre the Great, how you doing? Dre the Great said it the best. Steal of the draft. Fits modern day small lineup perfect. Great defender, can guard all spots. And he plays above the rim, okay? I mean, Dre the Great, first of all, welcome. Glad you're here. And happy to have you. Happy to have you. Definitely happy to have you. More than happy to have you. And thumbs up for that brilliant introductory set of comments. There he is. Dre the Great. Called it right there. Called it right there. He's right. Jay, how are you? Dude is getting a ring for sure. He is, isn't he? You know what? I mean, that is... And they traded, the Warriors were not... Let's talk about this. The Warriors did not have a first-round pick. Am I right? Right? Again, the Warriors did not have a first-round pick. So it was like, whatever, okay? Okay, fine, whatever, right? So they gave cash money. They gave cash. Let's say it again. Cash money. They gave cash. Why not say it one more time? Cash money. To the Bulls. And the Chicago Bulls, with their fool selves, took it. Cash money. Right? And what did the Warriors do with the 38th pick? They cashed in. Quite literally cashed in. I mean, the Warriors are a smart team. I don't care that one of their general managers went to the Atlanta Hawks, who's here, and everybody's like, oh, he was with the Warriors, he's going to be great. He was with the Warriors for 12 years, which means for about, let's say, 5 of those years, he enjoyed the success that 6 years he enjoyed the success that Peter Gruber and Joe Lacob created. But there's another 6 years where he's part of the problem, right? And he wasn't the GM going out. He was the assistant. The man getting it done is Bob Myers. Okay? Boy, oh boy. The man getting it done is Bob Myers. All right. Let's take a look on Twitter at the reaction. You want to see worldwide trend? Look at this. This is the Twitter worldwide trend, folks. Scrolling down, we have this. NBA draft. Look at that. Jordan Bell. Jordan Bell. Next to Bulls. This is Jordan Bell. All right. There's Jordan Bell. Search. You want to have a look at Jordan Bell? This is Mr. Bell from the Bleacher Report perspective. This is Mr. Bell from the Bleacher Report perspective. Let's have a look. This is Mr. Bell from the Bleacher Report perspective. Let's have a look. Jordan Bell, courtesy of Bleacher Report. Jordan Bell. Definitely an above the rim player. Without question, an above the rim player. Wow. I mean, how about that? How about that? Let's see what else they're saying about the great Jordan Bell. You realize that this deal made Jordan Bell a worldwide trend. Okay? You have 78 new results, but let's go down first, see what people are saying. The Dubs have acquired Jordan Bell per Woj Vertical NBA. Jordan Bell, okay? 38th pick, round 2. Number 38, round 2. It's Jordan Bell. Gotta follow him. Gotta follow him. According to reports, Warriors have traded with Bulls for the rights to power forward Jordan Bell of Oregon. Draft. Pick number 38, power forward. Jordan Bell. 29 other teams let us have Pat McCaw and Jordan Bell. LMAO, those teams are stupid, man. Tim McCall, Jordan Bell is the kind of player the Warriors don't really have and who can bother them when he's playing against them. Attack the rim guy. The Bulls gave the Warriors Jordan Bell just for cash. Idiotic front office. Let's forget the Spurs for a minute. Y'all let the Warriors get Jordan Bell? That's the tweet of the moment right there. Look at this. Okay, Chicago Bulls, you gave Jordan Bell the Warriors. I just have one question. What? Okay. Is this on a... Yeah, it is. Hold on a second. It's a Vine. It's a Vine without volume. Why? All right. College golfers post on Vine. Jordan Bell is greater than Zaza. CSN Northwest. Congratulations, Oregon's men's basketball Jordan Bell. He's headed to the Warriors. He forgot to mention he's headed to the world champion Golden State Warriors. Drafted 38th overall, Jordan Bell. Jordan Bell. Wow. Both Tims. Warriors buy the pick from the Bulls to get Jordan Bell. Bought it. What did they spend? Should be an ideal fit to play at center in Steve Kerr's system. Great athlete. Chicago Bulls have traded the 38th pick Jordan Bell for cash. to the Golden State Warriors. Unbelievable how bad the front office is. Fire Garpak. Wow. They're ready to hang his name in his image in effigy. Look at that. Chicago Bulls rumors. Chicago Bulls will select Jordan Bell with the 38th pick. Well, not anymore. This is hilarious. I mean, Jordan Bell is being talked about in the same breath that the Chicago Bulls are being excoriated. This is absolutely hilarious. I cannot stop chuckling. This is hilarious. It really is. Yeah, Dre the Great says it. Laugh out loud. What a tweet. Yeah, I know. That was hilarious. I think you're referring to the one where he says, wait, just wait a minute. Y'all let the Warriors get Jordan Bell. That is absolutely hilarious. I mean, they let the Warriors get Jordan Bell. Think about that. I mean, the year before, the NBA, when the year before that, they fooled around and let the NBA get the dude from UCLA because he had a hip problem, right? He had surgery. So they fooled around the rest of the league and let him fall in the second round, and the Warriors, let him fall like the last pick of the first round, and the Warriors scooped him up. Bing. And now he's just contributing, okay? So now they get Jordan Bell. The Warriors are set for the next 5 years. You can make that claim that the Warriors are set for the next 5 years. You know, what with trades and free agency and everything. Yeah, 5 years at least, and that's not including who they'll bring on in the future, right? Wow, how about that? 10 people watching, 2 have commented. What the rest of you all doing, huh? Say something. This is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I'm going to keep going through these tweets because, all right, this is Mario says, I'm going to read the tweets to you, okay? Mario says he's team, I'm not even going to repeat that. Mario Bell is a savage. Great pickup by Golden State. Jordan Bell will probably never make it on the team. This is dude saying, this is Pugnall replying to Leviticus. Jordan Bell will probably never make it on the team. Dude doesn't give it an all when it matters the most. That's interesting. That is an interesting comment. ML, how you doing? ML, how you doing? ML's at work. ML, the Warriors got Jordan Bell, the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year. Dre the Great says, Chris Boucher, a Warrior. Another steal. Bob is a genius. Jeez. That just happened. On the show, Carter, Dre shows getting a at foot bath. Carter getting at foot bath. Wow. This is hilarious. This is absolutely hilarious. Excuse me. This is something else. 19 watching now. Y'all like that Jordan Bell thing? Let's see here. We've got Mario, Time Traveler 96 says, did the Warriors get another Draymond Green and Jordan Bell? Yeah, I think they got a faster Draymond Green. Because they got someone who I think plays above the rim better than Draymond. Can get down there and just slam it home, and he can also block the rim. He's a rim guarder, all right? Jordan Bell is about to eat with the Warriors. He's a baby Draymond. Here we go. Draymond. After trading with the Bulls. Jordan Bell is going to be staple at the Hampton for 5 years to come. See? Darth says Darth Vader Warrior. Replying to Kirk Cousins. Warriors didn't have any picks. They got Jordan Bell. No excuses. So he's right. I mean, and they paid cash for him. Cash money, man. I'm saying I like Jordan Bell a lot. They put Felicio, Portis, and Nico above this kid to be a power forward. Those 3 bums couldn't guard a graveyard. Wow. And here's another one. Dubs Cam. Dubs got Jordan Bell. I'll show you these tweets. Dubs got Jordan Bell. All right. And this guy is the one blanking dry in the draft I had an interest in. Jordan Bell goes to the blanking Warriors. Shaking my head. Damn. Jordan Bell, Oregon defense and offense highlights. And another draft steal by Bob Myers. Love the Jordan Bell pick. Perfect fit for the Warriors, Draymond Jr. NBA draft. That's the NBA. That's the trends. Hashtag NBA draft. Hashtag summer a movie. Jordan Bell, Grateful, and then Bulls. Were they looking at Jordan Bell? Just when you thought Warriors defense can't get any better, they acquired Jordan Bell. Insane. Warriors trade into the draft. They paid it. Excuse me. The Warriors didn't trade into the draft. They paid into the draft. Cash money, baby. This is hilarious. Just when you thought the Warriors defense can't get any better, they acquired Jordan Bell. I couldn't have said any better. Warriors trade into the draft. Take Oregon forward Jordan Bell. Nice pickup. I mean, okay. After a while, it gets repetitive. You get the idea. You get the idea. Rick Rice, man, I am tripping on the Warriors once again, tricking the rest of the NBA. Just tricking them, you know? Unbelievable. Oh, by the way, in Raiders news, this is actually adjunctly related. Clark County Commission Chair in Las Vegas, Steve Sisolak, is running for governor of Nevada. At least he says he is. He gave an interview to the Nevada Independent in which he basically all but said he was going to run. And I've talked with him about that. I've interviewed him that way. But the big question is, will the Raiders Stadium be a help or a hindrance in his run for governor of Nevada? It will be a referendum, quite literally, a referendum on public money being spent on the NFL in a place like Nevada, right? It really will. So, I don't know. But, yeah, Bob is a genius. Dre, you hit it. Bob is a genius. Straight out genius. He really is. Wow. And I'm going to put more out there about, I'm going to go back to talking about, not just talking about Jordan Bell right here, but getting some more info about Jordan Bell. Who is this Jordan Bell fellow? Let's find out. Let's find out. Jordan Bell. I'm going to get that information for you right now. Jordan Bell. Right there. Okay. Jordan Bell on Twitter. Draft Express. Profile. Stats and comparisons. Here he is. See, look at this. It says drafted number 38 in the 2017 NBA draft by the Bulls. I mean, that trade was so fresh they didn't even properly note it. This is at draftexpress.com. His rank is number 35 in top 100 prospects. Rank number 7 in top Pac-12 prospects. His RCSI is 119. Rank 3 in NCAA juniors, okay? His agent is Aaron Mintz. He's 6'9", 227 pounds. He's 22 and a half years old, power forward, jersey number 1. Played for Oregon. 32-6, the Oregon Ducks. He went to Long Beach Poly. Long Beach Poly, if I'm not mistaken, is the school that, among others, Willie McGinnis went to. His hometown is Long Beach. He's a Cali boy. Pre-draft measurements. He is height without shoes 6'7", with shoes 6'8 and a half, 224, 6'11" and a 3/4 wingspan, standing reach of 8 feet and 8.5 inches, nose step vertical 31.5 inches, maximum vertical 38 inches. Wow. Almost 4 feet. 3 feet there. Went to Nike Basketball Academy, and there he was same height, a little heavier, and he put on, his wingspan grew a bit. He was 6'11" there, okay, then it's 6'11" and a quarter. All right, that's interesting. That's interesting. So there are the basics about him. In terms of, I can go down to basic per game stats like game minutes. 20 his minutes. He played an average of 29 minutes, scored 11 points. That's about Draymond territory, you know. Which means he could have that breakout game. Here's a Oregon Ducks video about him right here. I'll play for you. Here we go. Jordan Bell. Golden State Warriors. Round 2, pick 38. Well, that's it. Nothing. I thought it was something going to be a bit more earth-shattering than that. No. Just tweets about it. Jordan Bell retweeted. Let's see what you all are saying. Now, we've got John Marks. Hey, John, how are you? Rick Rice says, Sisolak wears a shirt and tie under his Raider jersey. Fake fan. Yeah, but he might be the next governor of Nevada. The real Raider says, stay in Oakland. Resistance is coming. Rajiv Bashar, will he get any minutes, though? I think he's the kind of guy that's going to see his minutes in cleanup and then be so good that he'll play into the regular lineup as a defender. Rick Rice says, what's up, John? John Marks. Steve Sisolak is a hashtag fake person. Donut says hi. Look, Steve Sisolak's a politician. I like Steve. I defend Steve by curse of his position. He is against what we're after. But do I think he could be a good governor of Nevada? Yes, I do. Now, do I think Chris Giuliani could be equally great governor of Nevada? Yes, I do. Because Chris, she's an opponent to the Raiders Stadium and the spending, but not to the point where she's working against the Raiders now that they're there, okay? She hasn't really made up her mind whether or not she's going to run, but when I talked to her, she was leaning toward it. I think she's trying to figure out how to deal with the Raiders situation because she did not want that there. Okay. I've interviewed her twice. She did not want that there. What? Creature Feature is back? What? Oh my God. Rick, I cannot repeat that. And one thing I want people to remember is that there's something called restricted mode, and I would like for my videos to not be blocked in restricted mode and my live streams. So I'm doing everything I can to keep them clean, all right? So I can't mouth stuff like that, okay, Rick Rice? I mean, so I'm just letting you all know that when I see something that I don't have kids, but I have to think in terms of the question of would I let a 10-year-old watch what I'm putting out, okay? And I have to think that way because in today's world, a 10-year-old could watch this at any particular time. And I don't want to be on the wrong end of someone's view about this. I want to be on the right end, okay? So, oh my God. John Mark says, you got to see this Creature Feature TV. What? Hold on a second. Hey, Rick, no, apology accepted, my man. It's all good. You get it. You know, you get it. You're right there in my wheelhouse, man. But John Marks is saying, I got to see this. John, this isn't going to get me in... Well, let me see. Let me check this out. This is Creature Feature TV. We are Creature Feature fans. Donut says, hey, does anyone want to talk about the healthcare saga? I don't mind talking about it, you know, but I don't want to chase people away. I mean, look, it's like anything around here. I'm not going to... If you have a question or idea, state it. Don't ask. Just state it, man. If somebody responds, they respond. Okay? But wait. Whoa. Oh, my God. John Marks, you are right on, man. This is a kick tail website. Look at this, okay? Look at this. Creature Features. All right? That's the website. Look at that. Ooh. 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 Hey, speaking of Creature Feature, I may have told you this, but it bears repeating. Zinni62 Media has been credentialed to cover Comic-Con for the 8th straight year in a row. I'm seeking sponsors to cover the hotel costs. So if you, when I say sponsors, if you have a company or you want something out there branded across all of the Zinni62 channels as they will be seen during Comic-Con and before Comic-Con, please email me. Let me know what you want to do and what you can do. I'm very excited. In fact, if you go right now to Google and search San Diego Comic-Con 2017 in quotes, and then click on videos, at least 3 of the videos are me. You'll see my face, okay? And you might see something of mine on the front page. It depends on the search weather. I'm just saying. Now, oh, but John says, Donut says, John says it's all good, Rick Rice. Yeah, it is all good, Rick Rice. And John says, you need to get on board with the Santa Rosa Toy and Comic-Con show in September 23rd. Okay. Yeah, I'm look, fine. But San Diego Comic-Con is my thing, man. There is nothing like San Diego Comic-Con. It is my mecca. I love Comic-Con. I just do. Donut says, how come we're cutting Medicaid for the top 1%? Well, we're not. It hasn't passed yet. So, you know, it hasn't passed. It doesn't have the votes. I mean, you want to ask why we have a Congress that's leading to that? It's because, hey, look, a lot of us didn't get out and vote. Or those that did, let's be honest, they didn't like Hillary Clinton. Okay? So, as much as we don't want to say it, that election was about Hillary Clinton more than about the problems of the Democratic Party. Hillary didn't have the right message. She didn't have a jobs message. I can go on and on and on about that, but yeah. So, John Marks informs us that CreatureCon is coming in July. But John, my focus is San Diego Comic-Con. That's my focus, man. That is my focus. That is my focus, man. If you go to Twitter, yeah, I mean, look at this. This is how, I mean, you don't understand how much I've invested in this. I mean, just in terms of time and just over the years, right? Okay, let me just, I'm not sure you're getting it, okay? If I go and I do a search right here for SDCC, which stands for San Diego Comic-Con, right? Do you know what the top, that's top, that says top, right? Look at this. Who's that? That's me. Do you know how long it took me to achieve that status? Do you know how long it took me to achieve that status? Look at that. Look at that. Do you know how long it took me to achieve that status? I'm supposed to get up off that. But that shows you something. If you have a brand that you want seen, hey, look. SDCC. That's me. Can you dig it? baby. I was trying to work a rhyme in there, and I did. And I did. Yeah, a long time, okay? I cannot get up off that. So I am making a plea to the brethren that I am seeking sponsors. Because as you can see via Twitter, your content will be seen. You have doubts? Take a look at this. Brand said, John says, I have a brand hoping to launch soon this year on my internet radio station. Gotcha. Gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. I am focused on this. All right. So, I am focused. Hey, Barry, what do you think about the San Antonio Spurs? I know you're a Spurs fan, right? Did Barry Lee check out on us? Is Barry Strong still with us? Barry? Oh, Barry. Yeah. What do you think of Barry's this? Hey, Barry, first of all, how are you feeling? And second, what do you think of the San Antonio Spurs NBA draft? You are a Spurs fan, right? Just asking. Hashtag Barry Strong. I will join in with that. Oh, and not only that, don't forget the funding, okay? I'm going to put that here. Barry Strong. And also, I'm going to put in this. I don't want you to forget the GoFundMe page, okay? This is GoFundMe. GoFundMe, we stand with Oakland, right here. See that? Stay at Oakland. Copy. And there. Barry Lee says, not feeling real great, and the Spurs did okay, I guess, on the draft. Rick Rice says, what's your internet radio station, John? Yeah, tell us about it, John. John says, now, John Mark says he has a brand hoping to launch soon this year with his internet radio station. Hey, John, are you going to use Blog Talk Radio? I'm just curious. Raider Cat says, just stop by, say hello. What do you think of the Warriors pick? Oh, it's sick, isn't it? Jordan Bell. The Warriors have bamboozled the NBA once again. Now, John Marks informs us his radio program will be a mix of a variety of all songs of different decades. Donus says, oh my God, did you see the protest? As a disabled person, I'm outraged. No, I'm pissed. And Donus, I share your outrage. But again, I say that what you're seeing is the byproduct of people not getting out and voting. And Democrats in particular should have simply held their noses and voted for Hillary Clinton. I'm just saying. Barry Lee says, I saw where Cleveland is trying to get Danny Green from the Spurs. Ooh. John Mark says, hoping I can get an investor soon. Get one for Zennia 62 Media. We got, what else? Now this is the fundraiser. This is staying open. Okay. You can donate now. So far, let's see, $4,280 of $25,000 has been raised. So to put that in perspective, I mean that, what does that buy us in terms of legal help? Well, assuming that, assuming that the lawyer is $600 per hour, then you're looking at, I would say, 600 divided, 4,280 divided by 600, right? So just eyeballing this, I would say 6 times 6 is 36, 6 times 7 is 42. So about, you're looking at 7 hours of work that you just can buy with that. 7 hours of legal work. That's not a lot. It's not a lot. So that needs to be doubled to to get to say 14 hours of work, right? Really, ideally, you do want to have this $25,000 goal. They've raised that $4,280 by 79 people in 17 days. And the campaign is trending, okay? We need that Tom Hanks type to come in and just say, okay, boom, here it is. Boom. Now, Donis did his part. Ruben, how are you? And John Mark says he wants to try talking to Piper Jaffray soon. Prior to that, prior to that comment, I believe Barry Lee said the Spurs have Altridge on the trading block because he's not happy here in San Antonio. Yeah, I heard that. He said something about that he was ready to get away, right? So, and thanks, John Marks. John says, you got it, Z. You know what? We'll help each other, John. Ruben, great to have you here. And hey, Ruben, what do you think of the Warriors pick? Now, Citrus says 24K not last long. Nope, it won't. They'll inhale that like. They'll inhale that like. What metaphor can I think of? You know, pick your latest star going through a cocaine binge or something, right? Jeez. Tom Hanks would be fantastic, says John. Barry Lee says the Spurs are trying to free up cap space to go after Chris Paul. Ooh! John Mark says, you know that I like that idea, Zane. Project 6 says Dub's making some moves to improve. Yeah, how about that? I mean, you know, Project 16 says Dub's making some moves to improve. Think about that. We're not talking about any other team than the one that just happens to be the world champions of professional basketball. And they're making moves to improve. Woo! Boy, oh boy. Thomas Beltran. Thomas, I have not seen you in a long time, sir. How are you? Thomas says that Mark will screw up his own deal. And John Mark says, I want investor in Zinni 62 ball. Ruben Ortiz says, I like the pick. It's solid and serviceable. Project 16 says Cavs need to take some notes. It's not about super team building. You build through the draft, brother. Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely right. That is absolutely right. Man, it's something else. Okay, let's see what else is being said out there on... Oh, there's... Ooh. Hey, for those of you who are preparing for San Diego Comic-Con, I know this isn't on the menu to discuss, but I just have to point this out. You can win tickets to see John Williams, the music of John Williams, get your geek on, okay? I'll have you know that at the gym, I listen to Raymond Dwandi, who is that? He is the composer for the music for Iron Man, the first 2008 Iron Man, which to me is a classic. Just a classic. Everything about that movie is just awesome. The music, the storyline, the acting, the pacing, the special effects. I can't say enough good things about the Jon Favreau produced and directed Iron Man, which I felt should have gotten Oscar Best Picture. Just saying, okay? I'm just saying. I'm putting that out there, all right? It should have gotten Oscar Best Picture. And John Marks says, I like your shares idea, working on the same deal with John Marks Radio. Okay. And John Marks says, John Williams is awesome, brothers. Barry Lee says, I just think it's funny that a lot of NBA teams are copying the Spurs' way of how to manage their players. That's interesting. Can you expound on that, Barry Lee? What do you mean when you say that? I'm just curious. Just curious. Gotta get my coffee here. Here's my coffee, all right? Here's the coffee. So, I don't have... It's funny. I've got NBA Live. You'd think they'd have more talk about the Warriors, but they've been talking about they haven't talked much. I realize there are other teams, but My God, man. Ruben Ortiz says, Jon Favreau was a really good director and actor. His movie Chef is amazing. Hey, I have not seen Chef. Is that available on DVD now? I meant to get that out and see it. Get out and see it. When it came out last fall, right? But it quite literally came and went. You got any info on that, Ruben? Riley says, yeah, through drafts and player development, play calling, talking about how the Spurs built and how other teams are copying that, like the Warriors. John Mark says, I saw an old interview with Gary Kurtz and his wife on Old Creature Feature show with Bob Wilkins. Wow, that brings back memories. Thomas Beltran says, enjoy your cup. Yeah, look at it. Not only that, it says vlogger. See that? I don't want it to spill on me. I'm trying to turn it so you can see that. It says vlogger. All right. See that? This is VidBlogger. It says VidBlogger. This is from a TV show that I was part of called VidBlogger Nation. We had a vlogger, a VidBlogger as he called it. I call it vlogger. We had a VidBlogger in every city. I was the Atlanta VidBlogger. There was one for San Francisco. That was Sarah Austin. San Diego. There were a number of them. VidBlogger. It was a nice cup. Yeah, I liked it. I got to get one for Zinny62 next. And Barry Lee said, you should get Zinny. Yeah, see, Barry took the words right out of my mouth. I swear, Barry, I didn't see your comment before I said that, but maybe we got some sort of subliminal thing going, right? When it comes to that. John Mark's pick on the Warriors pick, it's a sunshine day. It is. Everybody's singing Sunshine Day. That's right. Hey, I think I got that down. Think I'll go for a walk outside now. The summer sun's coming my way. Everybody's singing Sunshine Day. Hey, I got that down. I didn't stutter. Woo! I'm not going to sing the rest of it, though. Project 6. Haven't heard anything about Paul George yet. What's your opinion on places he might be going? Lots of talk about Cavs trying to get him, but I don't think they got the money. I don't think... John Mark says good singing. Thanks, John. I'm just going to say this, okay? Paul George, to me, is not worth the effort. And I'll tell you why. His performance with the Pacers during the playoffs left me underwhelmed. I believed that Paul George was this guy who plays when he wants to, at what time he wants to, and if his head's not in the game, you're not going to get the best of Paul George. I really have an issue with that. Paul George, to me, is a coach killer. He is a player just good enough to get you into the playoffs, but not good enough to win you a championship. So I understand, Paul George wants the Lakers. Look, fine. But I am a little sick and tired of hearing about the latest player that wants to play on the Lakers. Like Dwight Howard wanted to play for the Lakers, and he got there, he didn't do anything. It's one thing to want to be someplace. It's another thing to get there and bring them a championship. Shaq did. Remember that? Shaq did. But no. Project says those are the type of guys Believe Land wants. Yeah, but why? Why? Maybe that's why Believe Land's not winning. John Mark says, yeah, Shaq attack. Project says, nice rundown. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate that. I don't consider myself a basketball expert, but, I met David Stern in Las Vegas this year, and we had a cordial conversation. I don't agree with him about a few things. Obviously, I didn't agree with his statement to me about Las Vegas. It so infuriated me, I didn't bother to interview him. That is how infuriated I was, because I want the Raiders to stay in Oakland. He told me it's inevitable. They're going to Las Vegas. And I'm like, dude, do not say this to me. I don't want to hear it. Now, was that bad of me to say that from a media standpoint? No. It wasn't. Because I am an advocate. I have my own publishing arm. I believe in fighting for the underdog. In this case, it's Oakland. And then the only circumstance I was going to put him on camera. And look, we were just talking. I don't think, arrogant of me to think he wanted me to interview him to begin with rather than just hanging out with the Venetian, which is what we were doing, right? But the bottom line is, he told me, get over it. The gambling issue. Vegas is going to get pro sports. I don't want them to have the Raiders. Get an expansion team. All right? Ruben Ortiz says, I think Chef might be on DVD or on Amazon, but it's still on Netflix. Oh, I have Netflix. And it says it has extremely good soundtrack with great scenes of food. Okay. Hey, Mr. Rivera, how are you? I put the link. I put the link up, Russ. How you doing, Russ? Welcome. I put the link up, and you know what? In honor, that's right, in honor of your arrival, bam! There it is again. Twice, dude. Yeah. How's it going? Want to give us a rundown, Russ? Oh, definitely keep fighting. Absolutely. And not only that, I'm going to change the link down below afterwards, okay? I was going to do that earlier. Oh, big news! Yes! Woo! Oh, man. Wow. Because I was doing some calculations. I figured that 4,200 could buy us about, 7 hours of legal help. So double that would be great. 25,000, that's much greater, right? But can you give us a hint? I mean, how big is the big news? Is it is it good size big, or is it giant size big? John Mark says, we need Piper Jaffrey. Or can you say? I mean, I promise I will not make anything special beyond what we're talking about right now. Rivera says, laugh out loud, the GoFundMe is for small fan support. So your implication is, oh, he says huge! Yes! So when is the official announcement on this huge news going to come out? Oh, man. Huge. Uh-oh. Oh, Rick Rice says, you're killing me. Look at this. Everybody's like, yeah! And Russell Rivera says, I can't say, but it's big. But can you give us an idea of when you can say? Or when Godfather, or tomorrow at 1 p.m. Oh, okay. Tomorrow 1 p.m. We're all going to be, glued to our computers and our smartphones. Yeah. John Marks, Raiders stay in Oakland. Tomorrow 1 p.m. Wow. Rivera says, I peed a little. Oh! Oh, that is hilarious. Oh, my God. That is absolutely hilarious. Oh, my God. Oh, man. This is hilarious. Rivera says, okay, is that 1 o'clock p.m.? Or that's a good question, Citron. That is hilarious. John Marks, what? Mark? Rivera, God, now you got me, hey, wait a minute. Can we speculate? Maybe Tom Hanks? Maybe? I don't know. Keep spreading the word. It's working. I will. Definitely. PST, Pacific Standard Time. 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which is 4 o'clock. Barry Lee said, I just laughed so hard I almost... That's hilarious. Oh, my God. That's hilarious. Oh, my God. That's absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. John Mark says Tom Hanks. Hey, Russ, is it something like a Tom Hanks thing? Not Hanks. He says not Hanks. Is it close? Is it... Is it... Let me put it this way. Is it a person, place, or thing? Or is it an anonymous deal? Metallica, dude. Hey, hey, that's right. John Mark says, okay, is it Ice Cube, Metallica? Is it a celebrity or a politician? Let me put it this way, Russ, without getting you into any trouble. Is the news a massive game changer? Let me put it that way. I can't say without giving up, and it's Grizz's deal. Grizz rocks, man. Grizz rocks. Grizz has been rocking it. I mean, he really has. Oh, wait a minute. I think, I think I know what it is. Is it that thing? Because Grizz told me about something, but he said he could not announce it. So I think it's that thing, right? Which it would be great. And I know it is great, actually, right? Yes, got it. Okay, oh, that's right. I forgot about that. That is actually a huge deal. I forgot about it because he told me not to mention it, so I'm not going to. And it is a game changer. It is a game changer. In fact, this news is the kind of thing that's going to bring us the other thing, right? Which kind of reminds me of this AMC program called, it was on the computer industry in the 80s. What is it? Halt and Catch Fire, all right? And the guy that was played by the dude that was in Guardians of the Galaxy who played the villain, you know? He said, Barry Lee says, can you email Grizz and confirm upcoming news at 1 p.m.? Yes, I can. Well, Grizz already knows what it is, Barry. And John Mark says, NFL rebuking deal. No, it's nothing like that. Rick Rice says, Derek Carr donating all of his contract money to move the Raiders to Fresno. God, I hope not. Rivera says, local support is amazing. People from all levels coming aboard. That's incredible. That's cool. Press release at 1 o'clock. Okay. Nice. I wonder if we should 1 o'clock. Yeah, I wonder if she'd be earlier though. Wow. Well, whatever. That's a small matter. I know what, that's a small matter. Rick Wright says, where should we tune in to get this news? Zenny62. Hey man, I'll live stream it at 1 o'clock. How's that? Thank you. Zenny62. That's right here. Live stream. Oh, Zenny62. There will be an announcement, okay? I will fire up the live stream early at, 12:30 your time, which would be 3:30 my time, okay? We'll hang out, okay? Got it. ML, how are you? She's an email thing. Got it. You got it. Definitely. Awesome. Woohoo! It really is the kind of, when I heard the news, I was like, really? And it's one of those things that when you hear it, it's going to bend your mind. It really is that kind of thing. You're like, they agreed to that? Really? That's the kind of news it is. Russ is right. Everyone watching, we need your support. John Mark says, NFL rethinking this deal. Well, jeez Louise. We stand with Oakland. And, hey. There's the tag. There it is. Now, that's Brett Brown from the Sixers there, right? Talking to, I don't know who that is. I can't zoom in on it, but who is that? Look at this. Oh, it's NBA Live, okay? NBA Live. Oh, well. Anybody know who she is? I don't know. I have no idea. So, got to be careful there. Now, keep the Raiders in Oakland. Rivera says, NFL doesn't do anything without a gun to their proverbial head. Yeah, so it would seem. John Mark says, that's right, Corvette. It is right. Yep. It is right. Wow. Now, let's see here. We've got... see if there's any other... okay, that's Comic-Con, SDCC stuff. Think I'll... Oh, by the way, Team Coco is announcing that, what? Team Coco is announcing nothing. Team Coco is Conan O'Brien. I thought maybe he was going to announce that he was headed to Comic-Con early. Nope. All right, so what's going on here? Home. And let's see here. Oh, by the way, if you haven't seen it yet, see Wonder Woman. See Wonder Woman. Look at this. I want you to check this out, folks. These are some scenes from Wonder Woman, okay? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is look at this. You want to see a woman in action? This is her. Look at this. This is Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, lifting a tank. She is lifting a tank. Look at that. Okay? That is a tank she's lifting. She is pissed off. All right? If you haven't seen Wonder Woman, you've got to see Wonder Woman. I'm just saying, please go out and see this movie. And you got to see Wonder Woman. It is incredible. John Marks has seen it. No developments on Howard Terminal yet, Barry. Rivera says $10 of every shirt. Hey, thank you, ML. I gotta add up to, wow, that's quite a micro angel investment you're rocking up, ML. Thank you. Oh, by the way, ML, if you know of a company that's interested in having their brand put out there, I'm seeking sponsors for the 8th year of Comic-Con coverage, Zenny 62. The sponsorship will get you, I have a whole deck I can send, but major brand recognition across all YouTube channels, all of our blogs. In fact, for example, I'll give you a quick example here. If you go to Zenny 62 right now, see this says here have your next SW event here. That will be the brand in there. That will be your brand. And not just there, but I have a Comic-Con specific blog that will be branded for your organization as well. So, just happy to send the deck if you know if someone's interested or if you're interested, okay? And in fact, I'll send you, I have your email. I need to follow up with you anyway, so I'll put that in there, okay? Now, John Mark says, Russell says, buy our new t-shirt, Down for the Town, on the Town Elephant site. Ooh. Now, John Mark says, hasn't the Oakland A's announced anything on their baseball stadium other than the economic impact study? No. Corvette's right. John Mark says, I thought they did. That was the economic impact thing. John Mark says he wants the shirt. And ML says, you got it? Okay, got that one. Corvette says, no, they didn't. Still no idea where they will build the A's. Rivera says, please support local Oakland small business and $10. Come. There you go. Cool. Now, wow. That is something there. That really is. Oh, I was just tripping off all this great news out here. Just great news. And I think that Wonder Woman trailer got me going all over again. Seeing her lift that tank is just kind of like, wow. That is just so cool. I mean, man, oh man. I mean, what I love about that is it's great to see a strong woman, just unfettered, okay? Unfettered. That's what I'm saying. Now, oh, by the way, Cal men's basketball, Ivan Rabb was drafted by the Orlando Magic with rights to the Memphis Grizzlies. So, Cal men's basketball, Oakland's own, be calling Memphis home. There you go, right there. See? Ivan Rabb. Go Bears. Go Bears. There we go. Ivan Rabb. Hell of a player. Hell of a player. Hell of a player. Too bad the Warriors didn't get Rabb, but where would you fit Rabb, right? But still, hell of a player. Hell of a player. Now, John Mark says he's definitely buying the DVD when it comes out. I'm going to see it again tomorrow. Rivera says Wonder Woman was best DC movie yet. It was. It certainly was. Barry Lee says great. No, I'm going to be Wonder all night when the Hugh news is. I don't understand when John Mark says me too, Barry. John Mark says MC Hammer needs to we stand with Oakland. He does. Tanner Adams, absolutely go Bears. Go Bears, Tanner. Go Bears. And Barry Lee says, I hope the press will be there to cover the news. Well, I don't know if there's a there. It's just a matter of having the press release picked up. But I know what it is, so I'm jumping all over it. I know exactly what it is. I'm jumping it, and I'm flooding I'm going to put out a video to flood the waves, and I'm going to put out a live stream to get great watch time out of it. I know exactly what it is. Rivera says, please, everyone, let's get We Stand with Oakland trending. Please retweet every day. Absolutely. I couldn't have said it more. I couldn't have said it better. I could not have said it better. So it's 122, folks. I'm going to 145. Actually, I'm going to go for 130, and the reason is that I went to bed at 6:30 this morning, so I got a great workout. I worked out mainly to have the energy to do this, okay? Because I was fading. In fact, at one point, I fell asleep in the gym on the bike. Or was it on the bike or wherever it was? But I had a great workout. Fantastic. So, how did I find out the news? You mean about what's coming tomorrow? I can't tell you that. Rick Rice says, don't leave us hanging. Hey, man, tomorrow. Tomorrow. I can't tell you now. Otherwise, Russell will get mad at me. John Mark says, is the moves going to be a game changer for Oakland? It, not as you expect, but it is very significant and has a number of implications, okay, for politically for this entire situation. Wouldn't you agree, Russ? When you hear it, you'll say, "Wow, really? How'd they do that?" I guarantee you. Yep, I guarantee you that's what you'll say, John. How did they do that? Or I think more appropriately, how did Grizz do that? This is a Grizz special. Grizz has got the magic. He's got the magic. I'm trying to imitate Christopher Walken in, I think it was Catch Me If You Can. He's got the magic, right? He's got the magic. So Grizz has got the magic. So there you go. Grizz is the man. Grizz is the man, without question. He is. He is. Now, let's see here. Alan Mraz. Thanks, Barry Lee. Yeah, well, I just block him, okay? Cool, thanks, yeah. But that's interesting. He was... a river? Whatever. The whole point. Grizz is the man. Totally. His coalition is strong. Have faith in us. Support us and share with your friends. Russ, you sound like you're saying he has the Force. He's a Jedi. The Force is strong with this one. Because it is. Because it is. It is. Oh, man. Rick Rice says, Grizz teamed up with St. Louis and San Diego? No, not exactly like that. But you have the right idea, okay? And this coalition, it's coalition. You have the right idea. But now I'm gonna. Chum Marks is like, See, he's got, I gotta leave you hanging. Can't tell you. But I will say, again, this deal, and it is that, will open the door for even more great announcements. It really will. Hey, good night, Barry. You out? Is Oakland City Council on board? Lawsuit time? Oakland City Council is around, okay? I'll leave. In fact, Monday night, we'll give a rundown on where we are with this, all things political. How's that? When I have Grizz on, okay? So, hey, Larry Reed, you know what? You guys need to call Larry Reed. In fact, would you do that tomorrow? Here, call Larry, have him get on board. This is Larry's number right here. I'm going to give it to you real quick. This is not his personal number, okay? This is the Oakland Larry Reed, his office number. This is his direct office number I'm about to provide to you. Let's see here. And of the good counsel number. One moment, please. So, contact us. There it is. District 7 contact information. Bam. Okay. This is there. Larry Reed, R-E-I-D. There you go. Okay. There you go. Give him a call. That's his office number. John's got his number. I'm not agreeing to anything until the fat lady has sung. You know, or the fat lady loses a lot of weight. But my point is that you get the idea. LX, haven't seen you in a long time. LX says we have to sue. Only way to keep Raiders, only shot we got. I don't know that that's the only shot. Now, Corvette says if the Raiders ended up coming back, I want Davis in. Now, here's why I want Davis around, Corvette. Mark Davis, with the exception of this Vegas issue, has turned the Raiders around and made them competitive. We can't forget that. He's done an incredible job. He just has, okay? He really has, okay? I disagree, respectfully. Rivera says, boys, I have a ton of confidence in our group and our strategy. Jim Quinn and Eric H. don't lose. They don't. Folks, it's 1:30. Yeah, Corbett, I'm just saying that, you know, were it not for this Vegas issue, everyone would love Mark Davis. Okay? So let's separate that out and look at the Raiders situation in a compartmentalized way. Everyone loves the direction of the team in terms of on-the-field play. So let's acknowledge that. You cannot take that away from Davis because you and I don't like the Las Vegas plans. We can dislike the Las Vegas plans and like the Raiders. That's okay to do, okay? So, anyway, folks, I am Emil Scott, so I get the feeling Larry Reed could care less about the Raiders and the fans. I disagree with that. I don't want to talk about that right now, but I would just say, ML, call Larry. Call Larry and encourage him, okay? There's some complications there. I don't want to go into them now, but call Larry and just encourage he and his office to support. It is 1:30, folks. It's in the East. I am fading, so I'm going to say, everybody, see you later today. 12:30 your time if you're in the Pacific, which is 3:30 my time out here in the East, okay? I'll see you guys. Hey, Rick, Larry Reed is he's the president of the Oakland City Council, and he's on the Joint Powers Authority. Give him a call and tell him that you want him to get involved in keeping the Raiders in Oakland. Tell him that, okay? I'll see you guys. That's right. No, Larry is not a county supervisor. Larry Reed is a Oakland City Council member. Nate Miley is the county supervisor. So there you go. All right. So there you go, Russ. Nate Miley is the county supervisor. Larry Reed is the Oakland District 7 council member. Got it? Cool. All right. All right. Peace out. Peace, love, soul, everybody. I'll see you guys. Got it. I'll see you guys. Take care. Thank you. Good night. Good night.